topic for me is, outreach make the brand reach, or we're talking about how do we, ensure your visibility. So let me just start with this. If you look at healthcare providers, any healthcare provider, be it in a general hospital or a multi-specialty hospital or a specialized hospital, the common scenario is you have a problem, you come to hospital. I mean, from a provider, and what we do normally is, I have a hospital, if you have a problem, you come to us. And this is what happened. But if you look at our eye care industry and our eye care legacy, we were always proactive. So typically you might have also experienced, if you put Google anything related to reach out, not though you are not putting any word of eye care or eye screening, but the moment you put reach out and health or something, immediately the eye care part will come. You see here, I just put reach out, approach in health. Immediately the first article came is the comparison of a cataract surgery. The point I wanted to make it here, if you look at the eye care industry among all the health industry, we were always being proactive, and probably that is something because our eye care industry is benefiting out of it. The point I wanted to make it very clear is reach out is something so far proven to be one of the best model to promote our own healthcare infrastructure and facility. So I think with that I'll start with, and I wanted to make it very precise that I have 4 important points to cover here. When we talk about reach out program, if I talk about bigger organization reach out program, like what Arvind do, what Shankara do, what Sadhguru do, I mean, probably a lot of budding ophthalmologists, small clinic practitioners and all, they will not get really appeal. So I'll talk about model definitely which will be used for or applicable for almost all segments of the people. I'll just off my video so that internet connectivity will not be an issue. And then I'll also talk about when you implement a program, if you are an organization which is small scale, how do you implement? If you are a clinician, you have only one room kind of a practice, how do you implement? It really matters. It really, you need to give a good thought on that. So I'll also talk about that model, then how do you implement with a purpose in mind, right? You will not do what a large level NGO do, you will not do what a large level eye hospital do, and it will vary from organization and individual perspective. And then the remaining 2 points, which is very crucial. If you look at today, many private practitioners or small hospital will not go for reach out because they have a perception that if I go and offer something for free, tomorrow everybody will come to my clinic and say, I need a free service. So this will be one thing which everybody get limited. No, I'll not do any charity because, I'll not go for any reach out, which predominantly looked as a free eye cams or free screening or free spectacle or whatever. So this is something really concerned. So let's also look at, is it really a sensible choice of brand building? Or is it really help us to achieve sustainable growth? Or else is it really going to collapse our internal system? So I will have these 4 important points to cover. And I'll give the insight based on our own experience. Like what I'm saying is, whenever I give an example, I try to relate with my organization. So I don't really look theoretical. I don't want to really confuse with things. So probably I'll go with this organization example so that you can really relate and you can really understand. And if you look at the organization, today it is one of the largest rural eye care provided with NABH certification. And when I say largest, we do serve more than 1 million patients every year. And it's not just the quantity, equality also, like I said, the NABH accreditation, then one of the largest IoT complex. So this is what the organization been doing. So with that organization, few example, I'll try to cover first 2 things, which is what are the models we can really use, and when we use or when we implement, what are the things we really has to look into. So let's look at these 2 points. When we talk about reach out program, you see one predominantly look at immediately is an eye screening cam where probably you do for cataract and refractive error. And then you also have a lot of focused approach for children, like be it a school screening program or be it a pre-primary school screening or whatever you do. And you also have vision center. This is one of the greatest thing now almost all organizations are vocal for, because there was a time in COVID where government banned all the outreach programs. So this was a time people realized, no, we should have had vision center so that we at least get referral from those difficult times. And you also have now people are talking about diabetic retinopathy. I was really realizing, and now today more than diabetologists, we are concerned whether a person has a diabetic or not, because we wanted to then see he's having a diabetic retinopathy or not. So this is what we as an eye care fraternity carry. So this has kind of small, I would say the major program which usually go with. So let's see how do we implement and what are things we really think when you implement. So that's why I'm saying it's important to see a program and also to see how it is going to be beneficial to my practice. Maybe I have a small clinic, maybe I have a small hospital, maybe I have a big hospital, whatever way. But I think we really have to think thoroughly what we are going to do. So I just wanted to highlight these 5 important points. Why do we reach out? And I think that clarity has to come in. And if you can bring that clarity into yourself, then probably reach out is going to be beneficial for you. One, it's always important. I think in our journey also, I'll come in with the latest stages. When you add a lot of facilities, when you increase your strength, it's always important when you go out and speak about it, because you can't really always wait. Word of mouth will happen. One person will come and he is happy. Then you go for 5 people. This is also equally important. But I think somewhere we need to be proactive. And this is really going to be a competitive environment, and we are in. So probably we should do that for that. And second, when you collaborate with people, when you reach out, you can't do everything by yourself. I think here comes the crux, because if you look at internal conversion or internal practices, whatever, where you are solely relying on yourself. When you go out, there you will have people to deal with, people to make them understand. So you become more competent. So that is second point. And third, when do you go for a screening or for any program, that means you're kind of giving a sense of it. Like in school screening, what do? We go to school, we make them identified. And the moment we identify the children have a problem, then they go to their family, the parents get alerted, they come to your hospital. So this is something you give a hint so that people also become more proactive on their health needs. And then also you need to reach out certain time to retain existing clientele, which I also talk about detail. And also when you reach out, when you do a lot of good activity, probably you will have a lot of supporters in the community. Tomorrow they are going to talk. We are not in such scenario. Every time we can't put a hoarding or we can't have a celebrity talk about our services. So we need to have reliable ambassadors who can continuously speak about our services in the community. So I'm coming to that one. How do we reach out effectively? So now look at the normal screening camps where you have a target population. So at least in that area, the people are going to know about your services. And probably when the screening is happening, they will go for your spectacle, the medicine. And those who are, let's say they are selected for surgery. And again, I wanted to tell you, we at Sadhguru today, we do reach out camp, which is specifically focused on free surgery, but also you have good segment of paid patients comes in. So it's not always about free surgery, but I just want to mention, when you go to a region for any services of any facility, let's say a screening camp, the entire community, it's not just the number of patients you screen, because let's say prior to 2 days, you do an advertisement, you imagine who are going to hear about your services. It's not just the direct beneficiary, there will be a lot of people who are going to know about it. So in that aspect, it is really important. And second, like I mentioned you again about the school screening camp, when you go to a school where people come to know about your dedicated facility for the children, and then children are just not connected. They have teacher, the school authorities, then their parents, of course. There is a larger group you're covering. So imagine if private practitioners, there is a nearby school, they never do any charity or they never do any reach out program. Just target on that 200 children. But that is going to be big advertisement for you, and it is going to be a big marketing for you. And other side of it is, we also know vision is going to be crucial for all the children. So one side of it, you're also satisfying yourself, and by doing a greater service, which you are bound to do when we all go for a medical degree. But other side of it, you're getting a good popularity, you're getting a good visibility. Oh, they have a good facility. They have assessed our children very well, given spectacle, children are very happy. Probably once after a month, one spectacle broken, the parent came with the children to your house clinic, then you had an interaction. The next month they have an operation for their mother. They might have called you, okay, I'll come to you. So these all things are connected, and probably the feeling we have is, no, let's not do for it, because I'm prime for private practice. And if I wanted to show my facility, I will speak to some marketing guy and they put some hoardings and all. No, this is going to be there because equally this is valuable, and this is actually fulfilling your own personal esteem as well. And I also wanted to tell, when a lot of private practice, small scale organization, they're really worried about doing free services. Again, I was mentioning the same thing. They feel, no, I will not go for a free screening camps and all, then people expect free. So I'll tell you, there are a lot of other opportunity. Let's say you do a free camp for a person with disability. So imagine if you have a small unit or whatever in your region, and you go there and they have 100 and 200 maximum children, or the adults also, it will have everything, the person with disability, you have a screening camp for them. So imagine you are not doing for everyone, so tomorrow nobody will come to you, no, you give me for free also, but you have a greater visibility of your services and also your strength. You may give low vision aid, and there will be a lot of things connected to that. But I'm saying is, you can always think very strategically how much I can go, and probably this will have more impact than you putting a brochure or a hoarding in a city. Because if you look at cost wise also, if you can still far more, so reaching the one way you are promoting the hospital, second way you are also giving service. So that way it goes in, and there will be always reason. I mean, I'll tell you, now we have a lot of special days where we give certain services kind of to a certain segment, but then that is also important, because one, to reach out, second is also you're not doing it every day because you have a reason to do that. And this is another important I wanted to share, because we have a lot of facility and we have a lot of people connected to us. Let's say ASHA worker, Anganwadi workers, these are the people who are going to be vocal for you. But these are the people we ignore mainly. I mean, I'll give you an example. We go mostly to screen Anganwadi children, school children and everything, but most of them we miss that group who are actually supporting us. So we have special day. I mean, let's say this is very recent Women Day, where we screened a good number of ASHA and Anganwadi workers. We screened them and we given them spectacle. Imagine the service we have given to them is going to speak for us for a very longer time. So I'm saying, charity or reach out program is not about costing. It's not about you are opening up free services for everyone. It is all about strategically positioning yourself in the community that I'm very competent eye care provider. People can come to me and they can avail services. And also you're showing visibility. So I'm also do a lot of services for the community because I'm part of the society. So this is kind of a very good strategical position, not just going and do some free surgeries or free checkups. And I would say probably this is one of the biggest strengths we have. Whatever way we have grown, only because we could really ensure the community is participating. And I remind you that community is participating you only because they are somehow realizing you are working for the community. And I'm coming back.
Dr. Subish, you are not heard. Dr. Subish, I think your network has gone.
Yes, we cannot hear him. We cannot hear him.
Yeah, wonderful talk it was. I hope he's able to get back. I hope he must have realized, I think. I don't know, I think I should call him. Has he come back?
No, I think he's disconnected now.
Oh, okay. I think we'll have to...
Till the time he comes back,
I think we can go on to the... no, I'm just making one call to him. Just give me a second.
Hello? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so I'm so sorry.
Yeah, can you... Yeah.
So I'm not sure how far you were able to...
Till here. Yeah, till here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much. And I sincerely apologize for the internet issue. Yeah. So I was saying, in one way, like, you have basic facility, but as soon as you added facility, like the other speakers also talking about the newer version of cataract specialty and everything. So as soon as you open up, I think probably this is also an opportunity for to make it visible. So let's say like we go for diabetic retinopathy camps and you make people aware. And I'll tell you my own experience. There are a lot of people in our region, including, they say, oh, aapke paas, you have that facility. I was going to that place. I was going to this place. So probably this all will help you out to keep on ensuring that your message, your facility is being visible to entire region, not just for the few segment. And this is all about collaboration, like the diabetic retinopathy camp you do with the medical associations and all. Probably that is going to help us. And I would say reach out is going to be a crucial thing and going to be really vital and supportive, because most of it is not really cost intensive. When you also might have realized, when you have a clinic or a small hospital, when you invite a marketing guy or anybody, the moment you discuss with them, you can see, the budget they put is something you say, no, let me call you after some few years back. So this reach out strategy is not going to be cost intensive. A lot of opportunities that are there, wherein which you get your patient info in a very strategical way. And then we also have vision center. I talked about that. Today we have 89 vision centers. I just wanted to mention, it's not to show the number, but I say you, now you have 89 places to reach out with your facility. I just wanted to talk on that. Vision centers are going to be the biggest referral and representation. And I tell you one thing, opening up a vision center is not really capital intensive. You can very small amount of thing, you can open a vision center. And with that, probably you may say yourself as a chain of hospital or a chain of institution. I mean, it creates a kind of a feeling into the community. You are a big setup. I mean, there are a lot of things I really suggest that you don't think that only big organization can open up a vision center. This is something I would suggest, that something very practically you can do, and probably you will have a good support from there to channelize your services, and also you can really vocal for your own services for the base hospital. So to talk about reach out in that sense, wherein which to ensure that you have a good reach or good visibility, obviously you need to have satisfied patient, whether they are reaching your reach out services or an after services in your hospital, they need to be satisfied, and already had a lot of discussion on that. But I think important is you also have to satisfy collaborators, because you are not going to spend money who will talk about you irrespective of what you are. Like the commercials you see, I mean, the celebrity endorse the product, necessarily they don't use it. So imagine you have people in the community who speak actually the truth, not what you feel they should talk about. So I think the reach out programs you do, the charitable phase or the good phase you show through that program effectively serve you a good feeling of, and another side you will have a good inflow of due to various reasons. I'll just tell you that way, whatever programs we run in our hospital, which is directly benefiting. I'll tell you, there are a lot of people we meet part of a program, and then later they call us and tell, my mother is having a cataract, they have identified, I think I should come to you. So this is what is going to happen. So be it in a small scale or a larger scale, involving people is going to be beneficial in two ways. One, they are going to be your customer in the future. Second, they are going to speak good about you. So ensure these both segments are satisfied. And if you look at the Sadhguru growth journey from just a 30,000 surgery, what we are doing today is only because we were able to effectively reach. We were able to ensure we are reaching all segments of the society, and we are reaching all part of the region. So probably with that, and that is not just the numbers of cataract, you have all the specialty, which is predominant doing pretty well. So the message here is, if you reach out effectively, the patient flow, the growth and everything going to be continuous, and you are going to be with that. There is no doubt on that. But now I'm going to last part of it. You will also have a point on that. When you do a lot of when you do a lot of reach out program, you will be typically branded as you are a charitable face, and you may lose the private persons, those who think, oh, this is not for me, that is for a middle class or for a poor patient, definitely not for me. So let's see, I mean, probably the eminent faculty I'm seeing, they also know Sadhguru. I wanted to show you another picture of Sadhguru where we are equally, how do we are serving the patient who have different choices. So it's also important to see, are you a choice of everyone? And I'll tell you our own example, because when we talk about Sadhguru, most of the people here know about Sadhguru, doing a lot of volume, doing a lot of charity. But I wanted to show you, this is our private wing. And because we value, when we count, satisfaction is always again expectation. So if you are able to match, you can get all segment to yourself. So one way you did a lot of reach out and your volume increase, you are accessed by all the community, you accessed by large number of people, but does it reflect to all segment of the society or only one segment of the society? So this is our private wing, where we are getting the patient who have many choices. And I'll tell you, the private patient come to us is not from 100 kilometers to 350 kilometers. So the big cities like Jabalpur in Madhya Pradesh are coming today to Chitragut for a private phaco surgery, maybe with an Algon IQ or whatever, you know it better. But I'm saying that is a competency. And probably I just wanted to show you a metrics of this. You see, on an average, we are seeing 2,500 patients, wherein which the paid patient, where they pay either 200 or 500 rupees, is 1,000 plus. And then you have a subsidized and then free. Probably it goes another 1,500. I just wanted to show you this way, that representing yourself or reaching out to community doesn't show you are less competent, doesn't show you're not for one segment. You're not just focused on only particular segment. And also, which reflect everywhere. This is one of the optical shop. And then also, I will tell you, this is kind of our paid segment, I would say. We have further division of, which is exclusively for Ray-Ban and other exclusive brand. So I just wanted to show you one way you go to reach out and you give spectacle at free of cost or a moderate rate. You have a vision center, but other side of it, you are having a brand which is trusted by everyone. So I think this is going to be beneficial in that way, and this should be the lesson we should take. And the surgeries also. I wanted to conclude with this slide. You see, one side of it, 55,000 you do free of surgery cost. I mean, when we talk about, it's a big number, but you see the third one, the paid surgery, those who pay for their services. These are the people who actually paying for the service. These are the paid segment groups. So it clearly reflects, this can be in a miniature version for all of you, but then probably if you really strategize, if you really plan your services, the mix is going to be there. You will never going to confuse it. And I would say the takeaway message from our own experience is that if you plan your outreach program in a very effective manner, this is going to give you a sustainable growth and giant positive visibility. Today, people come to Sadhguru for a LASIK surgery, for a good advanced cataract surgery. It is because eventually they come to a conclusion that Sadhguru is good for quality. Sadhguru is good for its eye care practice. They are a world-known facility. But that was happened only because we started with the reach out program. So with that message, I conclude and once again thank entire team of ARC and Madam Chitra for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.